Okay, today what I want to do is explain to you and give you an idea about what Page Plus offers, and give you some ideas about what you can expect if you want to become a Page Plus customer. Now, there's a lot of things that I could talk about with Page Plus, and I won't be able to cover everything, but I want to give you kind of a basic general overview and give you some ideas about Page Plus. The first thing you need to know about Page Plus is that they are what is called an MVNO, a mobile virtual network operator. And well, is what that means. Basically, they're a prepaid carrier, and it's what they do is they operate off of another major cell phone carrier. And the major cell phone carrier network that they use is Verizon. So if you get Page Plus service, you'll be using the Verizon network. Now, you're getting the prepaid Verizon network, which is still very extensive, but you need to realize that it's the prepaid version of Verizon that you're getting whenever you sign up for Page Plus. I've brought up just a section of the prepaid coverage for Verizon, just showing Texas, New Mexico, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana here. And you can see on there, everything that's in pink here is prepaid coverage. So everything within that, you're going to be good on Page Plus. Now, one thing that you need to be careful of, though, is don't just look at this level that I've got it set to now. Zoom way in close to where you're at, because sometimes when you're zoomed out that far, it won't show you all the little holes that there might be. So just zoom way in and make sure that you're not in a hole or something like that. But with the Verizon network, you're getting a big, extensive network. Now, with Page Plus, they do allow roaming in the places that you see right here. In the gray box and in the gray parts on here, there is roaming, but you will pay a hefty price for roaming. And I'll show you some of those rates in a little bit whenever we look at some of the plans that Page Plus offers. So as I said before, if you get Page Plus, you're getting the Verizon network. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over here. This is Page Plus's new website. They've rolled this out in the last 2 or 3 months as of the date of this video. And it's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some general things here on Page Plus's website, and then I'm going to open up my wife's Page Plus account for you and just show you some specific things inside of there. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is phones that you can get on Page Plus. Now, you can see here as I open this up, there's some Page Plus phones that you can buy from Page Plus that are already set up, absolutely ready to go. But that's not the real draw to Page Plus. The real draw to Page Plus is that you can bring your own Verizon handsets. And I've got this opened here. This is the Verizon Howard Forums Wiki. And there's several sections in here, but I've opened this one up that shows the handsets that you can activate onto Page Plus. And you can go through here and you can look at all these different ones. But really the most important thing for you to know is that you cannot use a Verizon prepaid phone on Page Plus. You can use any what they call postpaid Verizon handsets. Those are handsets that you would buy if you were on contract with Verizon. But if you go over here to this wiki, it'll show you all the different ones that you can use. It'll show you the ones that you can't use. One thing I don't know if it's included in this list anywhere is the Apple iPhone. Now, you can use the 4S on Page Plus, but they do not officially support it, and officially they say it's not allowed. But if you call in to some dealer, most of the time they'll activate that 4S onto Page Plus, and it works flawlessly. It never has any problems. So also the new iPhone 5, you can't use Verizon's iPhone 5 on Page Plus. You can't use AT&T's. You cannot use the unlocked iPhone 5 on Page Plus. But there has been people who have activated the iPhone 5 that is specifically for Straight Talk. They've activated the iPhone 5 for Straight Talk onto Page Plus. The problem with that, though, is you're going to spend $600 on that phone. So you're probably not going to be too interested in that, but I just wanted to throw that out there for you. I like Apple. I'm good with Apple. I own several Apple products, but I personally am an Android person. I use Android for my phones. And here's just a thread I found over here on Fandroid. And here's a list of probably the best Android phones that you can put onto Page Plus. Now, one thing that you need to know about this list right here is these are really the best Android 3G Verizon phones. These phones right here, if you get any of these phones like off of eBay or whatever means you get these will activate onto Page Plus with no trouble whatsoever, with no extra programming. You call in, you give them the ESN from one of these phones, they put the ESN in, and automatically you're good to go. Everything's going to be working for you. 3G, your MMS, all that type of stuff is going to be working fine. Now, there are ways to activate the newer 4G Verizon phones onto Page Plus, but those take a lot of work to get them put on there. It will not be easy for you to activate those 4G phones onto Page Plus. Now, it's assumed by most people that eventually Page Plus is going to allow those 4G phones onto their service, where you don't have to go through a lot of different activation and doing a lot of different programming. But at this time right now, if you want any 4G phone on Page Plus, it's going to take a little bit of work. So I just want you to understand